Well, heading back out in the garage today. It's New Year's Eve. Gonna see if I can't get a little bit done. We got dumped on last night with snow. Been out shoveling and plowing all morning. Check it out. Looks like we're getting some more too. We got more coming. Tomorrow, New Year's Day, we'll get the sleds out. Go do some snowmobiling. For now, I'm gonna get back in the garage, see what I can't get done on this off-road overland trailer I'm building. So, figured out I've got to lower these columns at least 20 inches. Because I want the trailer to fit in the garage with the tent on the roof. So we for sure don't want it that high. Plus I don't want it that top heavy. So when we're using it off-road, we're going to tip the thing over. Which I hear can happen. So I'm going to cut at least 20 inches off the bottom here. It's got some rust anyhow. That side's pretty rusted out. Needs to get trimmed up anyhow. Lower this whole deal, get the tent up there, get it mounted. Then I can figure out for sure I'm going to use these. I'm thinking of just cutting holes in the side of them, building some doors to fold down. Set a little camp stove on, put gear in there. I don't know, I think they might work, but the thing I'm worried about is it being too heavy. So we'll cross that bridge once we get there. I still got to get the fuel tank out of it. It's underneath. I'm going to get that pulled out. See if we can't mount a water tank in place where it was. So I guess we'll get to it. That one's pretty rusted. Ton of rust. Rag that's been underneath there for who knows how long. Alright, welcome back to the channel. It's Friday night. I'm back out in the garage and working on this trailer. So tonight, well, first off, I guess I got the tent just sitting up there. I wanted to pull it in the garage and make sure that it clear, which it did. So the height's going to be correct. I've done a little bit of grinding and cleaning up on this side of it. So what I want to do tonight is put a support in the center here on each side, and then I can start mocking up these big boxes again, getting those back on, figuring out the height where we need them. Alright, so I cut up that frame that held that big arrow sign up on it. Used steel for some of these supports. So I'm going to strip them down and cut them. make them fit. Back out in the garage this morning, Saturday morning. Gonna get going on this trailer again. So today I think what I'm trying to accomplish is, for one, I'm gonna put this material on the sides. So I gotta get that all cut to fit. I've got these big compartments just kind of strapped up there, mocking it up. I've got to cut the end off of them and cap it here. So I'm going to be putting some doors here. Then I've got to get rid of these jacks here, because they swivel this way. Once the sides are on, they won't work. I've got some new ones that swivel on the side. Put those on. Pretty well got this side somewhat mocked up though. Everything I picked up last night. A couple of little windows I'm gonna put up front here in the corner. So the goal for today is hopefully maybe get this side mostly put together, get these compartments mounted, the sheeting on the side, and that new jack mounted. So, I guess we'll go to it and see what we can't get accomplished. Alright, so I got this one jack done. So the idea here is, here it is. It's got the side crank, so clear when the side goes in. It's just got this pin, and I'm just going to pull them off. I'm going to put them up there in that box in the front of the trailer when we're traveling, so they're not hanging out or chance of ripping them off on a rock or anything when I go off-road. Then see, we need to level out, we just put them back in with the pin. So hopefully it'll work out. Next task here I think is going to be to cut that sheeting and start putting that on. I have to trim it where it goes around the jack there. So anyhow, we'll get to it. Alright, so I got this side panel all cut out. Got it sitting on there, held on with a few screws. Got it all trimmed around where the jack goes. So I think the next thing we're going to do is cut a hole in the side of that to mount the window. And then I can start cleaning this box up. I've got to cut this end flange off of here, do a bunch of grinding, junk like that off, get this mounted on there. So I think I'll trace out the hole for that window, get that cut out, get it screwed in. Now, like I've said before, I'm kind of just using what I have laying around for this. My plan is to just rafter liner this whole thing, so I'll have to fill in a few of those holes. I'll be cutting this one out probably for the window. But this is some old sign material off of our building, so the inside of it still got some colorful graphics going on there. But all right, so now I'm gonna get ready to cut this hole out for the window. I got it traced out, measured out, hopefully it's right. We're gonna find out here shortly. Anyhow, we're gonna cut that out with the jigsaw and then see if it'll fit. Okay, I'm gonna start out by drilling a hole just right close to the edge here to get started. Now we can fit the saw in there. Cut it out. Well, there's a big hole now. Might have to do a little more trimming. Here we go. It's after about 5 passes of trimming it. I guess you can always cut more off, but you can't add more. So anyhow, got this ring, screws in from the back to hold it in place, but I also need to put some weather stripping underneath there. I'm not going to do that yet because I'm going to be pulling it off to paint it and whatnot. All right, now that that side panel's on, got to start cleaning this up. I'm going to take and I'm going to cut right along this edge, cut this whole end off, this door and everything, and then just cap it off. Got to cut that off. Got to cut all these little brackets off. Alright, I'm going to get this box mounted now. So I'm just going to take some angle iron, cut 2-inch pieces, weld it to the box, run a bolt through it into the frame of the trailer to hold these up. So I'm going to do that right here, 3 spots, and probably a couple underneath. By the way, look who's showing his face out in the shop today. Alright, got the brackets all cut. So now we're going to drill a hole in them where it's going to bolt to the trailer frame. Alright, so got these brackets cut out. I'm going to start with these top ones. Let them cut out and drilled. We're just going to weld them to the box and drill a hole in the braces on the trailer to hold them up. Alright, so I got the brackets all welded on. It's bolted on now. Got 5 of them. Hopefully that's enough. I guess I'm going to pull it back off now. Put the aluminum side back on. Get the holes drilled for it. Make sure everything still fits. We'll see how it looks from there. Side back on. Got the holes drilled through it for the brackets for the compartment, so I'm gonna throw the compartment back on it, see how it looks. All right, so I got a big part of what I wanted to accomplish today. We got window put in, that side put on, this whole compartment all bolted up. Just got to cap the end of it. Gonna cut out a bunch of these shelves. Still waiting for the doors to come. Anyhow, that one side's coming along pretty good. Jack's on. Still gotta finish out this fender, but I'm gonna wait for those compartment doors to come in, get those on. Anyhow, slowly starting to come along.